We're gonna find out if this is perfect for your next DIY project. We're gonna go way back here, see what happens. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Have you guys been to Home Depot and seen the new commercial electric tool kit? And it comes with everything on this card. When I first got in the electrical trade, this is what I owned for about a year. And yes, you can make money with these. They can get the job done. One thing I've invested in is some heavy duty, almost shears from Fiskars. Great for Christmas. Okay, I think we guys both know where this thing belongs. We're gonna talk about it. Yo, these are not bad, dude. They feel very light, very flippable. They have a lot of, I'm not gonna say leverage. I'm not gonna say they have a lot of leverage, but they definitely have a lot of length to them. Usually length means more leverage, but look. I'm an electrical inspector. I've been in the field since 2007 and I love hand tools and love to share my knowledge. So hopefully this video helps somebody out. They're not bad, man. They are very grippy too. Okay, here's the diagonals. They are better than Milwaukee's. I called it, man. They got the weird tether thing. I guess everyone's trying to go with the tether. I'm very glad that Klein has not gone with the tether yet. These don't feel bad at all. We'll get to cutting something in a second. The size is fantastic. You know, they're not sharp around there. They're not smooth. They are definitely a cheaper, you know, this whole set was $70. This is crazy. Full size needle nose. Full size. And look at the pinch point. There is none. Look at this. I'm squeezing completely shut. They are shut. My skin is in there, okay? Look at my skin. Pinched, yes, but still fine. No pinch point. We got the strippers, and man, they actually do not cut flat. And so I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Previous versions of strippers would be just flat and flat. These kind of curve, so they almost have like a shearing design to them, which is definitely going to help out your cutting ability. And we go all the way to number 10, 20 through number 10. They feel fine. They're not the best. I can already tell you they're not the best. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. This is very slippery. Pretty impressed with these three, honestly. Then, of course, we kind of got this thing. It is a crimper. Use this thing on the job site, man. You're going to get run off. But it's here, and it's part of the kit. So, there it is there. Now, this is kind of a nice touch. We've got some low voltage scissors here. They feel pretty good. They even went ahead and gave us kind of the whole package there. That's in your left hand. That's in your right hand. That's not bad. If you are a professional and you really know what you're doing and you're doing PLCs and that's all you're doing for a very long time is labels, you guys need to get a pair of electrician scissors. I'm not saying to go get these, but to say we didn't need scissors, it's a nice addition to the set. Let's just say, look, the set was $70. Pretty much after this, they can stop giving us stuff. The value is already here, pretty much. We got a little Romex splitter here. Very simple design here. So I almost didn't buy this set. I looked at it already, and then I walked by it, and I kind of circled, and definitely one of those things I didn't need. I literally only bought this for the channel. Okay, see, this is huge, man. This set is such a good value. Wow. We've got a number 2 square. We've got a number 2 Phillips, and we've got a grounded tip on the flathead. Then we've kind of got our keystone tip here on the flathead. I bet that's just paint. I doubt it's actually heat treated. For DIY, man, this will get you through any house project you're trying to do. This whole set is going to be used. Got the full size, got the beater going on here. Full size screwdriver, maybe some of those GE breakers, those 100 amps and things like that with the big old flatheads. Even some of your larger grounding screws will have that. Dude, we got us a little trim wobble. That makes me so happy. It's so hard to mess these up too, man. There's nothing quite like a good little wobble action going on. We got the 4 most common. Dude, they gave us a 9/16. They gave us a 9/16 in this set. Wow. That's crazy. I would have really appreciated a 7/16. They gave us a 9/16. That's huge. 3/8 here. That's useful. Not as useful as 7/16. Basically, the only 2 nut drivers that you actually need, honestly, is a 7/16 and a 9/16, because typically your 10-in-1s and all that stuff cover the rest. But we've got a separate 1/4 inch and we got a separate 5/16. You know, it's really not a bad looking set either. The black on green, the way they've got it, it's kind of cool. This is a little bit heavy. Definitely see where they cheaped out on the design, but man, I'm going to be talking about the price of this thing for a while. We got the 5/16 on this side, square 1 and 2. Then we got the Torx, and then this itself is a 1/4 inch as well. The trim, and then the standard 2 1/4. And then we got the 3/8 there. We've also got another trim here. Not a bad size. Nice. You got to appreciate the design, man. They're staying true to the design. They're very much copying the Klein, which is a great model to copy. Can't go wrong with it, especially in America. They've even got them on the labeled on the top, really. Man, I'm glad I bought this. I'm really glad I bought this. This is pretty cool. Things like this make me happy. It's just done right at a huge value. And finally, there's something out there where you can just go tell an apprentice, look, go get this kit. It's going to last you 1 or 2 years. And then even then, if they don't get stolen, you're going to be able to use this underground. And because it's commercial electric, it's even less likely to be stolen. And you're going to have all these tools for $70, which is going to open up, it's going to open up your ability to do more stuff for whoever you're learning with. So typically you're going to show up on the job site and they're like, well, what tools do you have? Oh, well, I got this. Okay, well, just grab that shovel and go do this, you know? But if you got all this stuff, it's like, hey, let me show you how to make up a plug. Let me show you to use these tools, man. Get these tools out. And I promise you, I can't 100% guarantee, right? But basically, the person that's teaching you, hopefully they love electricity as much as you love trying to learn it, right? And you can just be a sponge and learn everything that they have to tell you. A lot of electricians will do that for you. Just one of those things, man. You get a really good journeyman or you get a really good master that's teaching you something, you can learn a lot of stuff. Just keep your mouth shut and pay attention. But he's going to be really interested in how far have they come with the value versus the chintziness. He's going to want to try them out and be like, oh, I bet you if I tighten a receptacle, I'll be able to see a little bit of paint here. But deep down inside, he knows that his toolkit is thousands of dollars and you just paid $70. You paid a fraction of what he's got on him. Like, legitimately, these pliers right here, I think I just bought them. They were $60. And they're the best of the best that you can get, as far as I'm concerned. The knives stay sharp. I've had the Knipex. Seems like my Knipex knives dull a little bit quicker than the Klein do. We're going to find out about Klein's quality. Klein's quality seems to be declining a little bit. But, man, I've had 3 pairs of these in my life. All of them have been stolen or I had to throw them away. I've never actually broken them. One of them my buddy blew up on a live circuit. So, threw them away. But, yeah, man, just some of the best pliers you can get. One of these costs all of these freaking tools. Put that into perspective. This is pretty cool. This is very cool. Very cool stuff. So we're a little set screw coupling here. Let's see. That's the number 1 Phillips. No point even really messing with this. Got a number 2 Phillips here. Let's see the fit. Got a little bit of cam out there. These are always hard to start. Number 2 Phillips is not the tool you really want to be using for this, which is exactly why we're doing it. You can see where it's got some good positive grab though. And this screw is not even shaped like a Phillips. See if we can back it out now that we've started the screw. The fit and the shape on these Phillips is just fine. I can already tell you from experience, these are going to be okay. We're not done testing them though. Got the square too. There's a real tool for the job. No cam out there. Flip it around. Let's start one. Yeah, not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. Okay. Let's try the wobble. If you know, you know, man. These screws, I'm doing this because it's awkward and I want to see the control on it. I could potentially stab myself in the hand right now. Be nice if I didn't. Should be a TikTok challenge. Not bad accuracy on that. You can see where we are starting to get a little bit of paint off of that. Not too bad though. Get the full-size screwdriver on here. Very slippery. The tips are very slippery. I'd recommend probably... Man, they are smooth. Smooth in a bad way. But the value is here. The value is here before we pulled out the screwdrivers almost. Pretty impressive stuff, honestly. Let's do the scissors. We know they're sharp because we tested them on my fingernail. That's a tie wrap. This is where we're really going to start to know. So right here, listen. Louder, popping action. Teeth are a little bit duller, definitely less leverage. Let's listen. So there you go. You can see the difference in what you're doing with what you're paying for. Nice high-pitched noise there. Still chops though. Can the needle nose cut Romex all the way through? Yeah. And the diagonals. Now the texture on the grip is very aggressive in a interesting way. Not good, not bad, just aggressive, something to get used to. It is very aggressive, kind of hard down here. The texture changes from a rubberized to a, you can hear the difference there. That's where your leverage goes. They sit right here in your hand. That's where you get all your leverage. Same thing with screwdrivers. Right, back here, back here. This closes right there. That's where all your power kind of comes from. When I cut, this hardness right here, not the greatest, but hey, value's there. Very generous 9/16 there. Very surprising too. The grip on them feels better than Milwaukee. No one's gonna like me saying that, but they do. They feel really good. I like the top where we got the identifier right there. It's just cheap stuff, but it's a good set. What do these look like in a Vito? Imagine rolling up with a $100 Vito and then putting this stuff in there. Now my Vito is very worn, so I can put hand tools almost anywhere I want. Most Vitos you can't put anything in these slots for a while. A flat Phillips, both in here. Phillips there, flat there. I take my 10-in-1, I put it over here. If you're doing MC, you're gonna have to have diagonals. Needle nose are really just for fishing. If you're asking about wire loops, I think these have wire loop holes on them. Yeah, they do. Yeah, you got wire loop hole right there. So the way you use that is, and I get the black right there. And we cut it. Of course it went in my Vito. And we strip it. Not bad strip, you know. We're gonna go way back here, see what happens. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Feels pretty good actually. Let's go way back here. That's strange. Wow, the strippers are decent. Okay, what I do if I want to make a loop, You wind up closing this anyway, because as you roll this and you turn, your hands naturally start to close. So I close my strippers. That way, no surprises, nothing gets stuck in the bitey parts. And then you just roll your loop like that. And then you got your loop for your device. And then once you get it around the screw, whatever you're doing, right? Hold the back side with the thumb. That way while you're working the screw, this is not a receptacle, but we are improvising here, right? Back up the screw if you need to. Notice how the wire didn't fall because the thumb was holding it back here. Keep it tight like that. And then you don't need needle nose, you just need some strippers. Squeeze that around there like that. And then tighten the screw. Make sure you wrap the wire the same direction you're turning the screw so you don't loosen the wire. Sounds pretty obvious until you get a left-handed electrician. If you know, you know. It's not bad, man. It's not bad. A little bit on the heavy side. This is so crazy to see too, because it's like the worst tools just loaded up in the most expensive, best single pouch. Let's find out how their tool bag fares. I told you we're going to try this out. So so we slide this over the Romex right there. Squeeze, pull. Romex is cut in the middle. You get access to your wire. So we got little rubber feet on the bottom. If you're on a rooftop, or it's just going to keep this less wet. This thing's still going to get soaking wet. This thing expands out with no pockets in it. They should have just given us a 7/16. So that goes there. Slide all these in the back here. I mean, it works. You can't knock it if it works, right? I refuse to load this thing, guys. But for a homeowner, this kit is fantastic. This is so fantastic that I'm going to go get a different pouch and a different multimeter to show you how a real electrician would load this if they had to improvise with some homeowner grade tools. I'm going to go with this Klein pouch. I don't know exactly which one it is. It's not a bad little pouch. We get a little bit of storage back here. It's like $17 or something, less than 20. You can see the pass-through, which allows more storage basically. You've also got deeper slots here. And you can see where it grabs what matters here, which would be that edge right there. For Klein, I have a little bump out here, which helps with retention. These ones don't really have any bump out. They just go flat, which helps because they're not bulky. So usually these tools are bulky and less desirable. But if anything, these tools are actually pretty sleek. Not bad at all. So let's see what we loaded and what we did not load. Okay, what we did not load, any number 2s here, or any flats, because we have them on our 10-in-1. We didn't load any nut drivers here. There was a 9/16 here that we could put somewhere. This thing we're going to throw in the bushes anyway. Yeah. That's on our 10-in-1, and then we got some scissors and a Romex ripper. Not a bad tool pouch for an additional $17. Or 20. Don't quote me on it. I'll put it in the comments below. What's the best value multimeter? Probably this Milwaukee. The best thing about this Milwaukee, why it's good for anybody DIY, does not matter, is that there's no settings on it, and it's always going to go to the correct setting. So right now it says DC right now. And if we touch these probes together, it's going to auto to continuity. Right there. And if we touch AC voltage, it autos to AC voltage. So you don't have to worry about what that dial does or anything like that. We also get a little flashlight in the top. And when you hit voltage, we get a red light that shows if voltage is present. It's just a good multimeter for $50. You can spend $50 on a lot of bad multimeters. And not on sale, this is $50. So this is the one that I choose. If you ask me what multimeter for a homeowner, it's this. It is the 2212-20. The value is here We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.